The wilderness of Blackwood Ridge, carved between Alaska and the Yukon border, was the kind of place the world pretended was beautiful until it tried living there. In documentaries, the ridge was a cathedral of snow and silence, a spectacle for pilots, photographers, and rich tourists who flew over it in heated helicopters and said things like, "Nature is humbling." But for the few who lived on the ground, on foot, in the dirt and the cold, Blackwood Ridge had another face, a quieter one, a truer one, a deadly one. Silas Kincaid knew that face better than anyone. A former military police K-Chin handler, he had come to the far north for one reason: to disappear, to leave behind the ghosts of a mission gone wrong, to live in a place harsh enough to match the storm inside him. His cabin, a fortress of cedar logs and steel bolts, sat on a rise overlooking frozen riverbeds and endless pine forests that stretched into nothing. The nearest neighbor was 40 miles away. The nearest road was buried under 10 feet of snow for 8 months a year. Silas preferred it that way. He was a tall, broad-shouldered man with a beard grown more for insulation than style, and eyes the color of chipped flint, 38 years old. But solitude carved a kind of agelessness into him. Time didn't move the same out here. The seasons did. Tonight, winter was winning. A storm had begun rolling over the mountains long before the sun went down. Not a gentle snowfall, but a brutal whiteout that erased the sky and horizon. The kind of storm that didn't just threaten, it hunted. Silas secured the last shutter on his cabin window and tested the bolts. The wind screamed through the trees, bending them like they were nothing but matchsticks. The temperature had already dropped low enough to freeze exposed skin in under a minute. He pulled his glove tighter and circled the cabin, checking the propane tanks, the snowmobile, the tools. All part of the ritual. The routine kept him sane. Predictability was survival. He was heading toward the door when a sound cut through the storm. A sound that shouldn't exist in the wild. Clink, 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 metal striking metal. Rhythmic, faint, wrong. Silas froze. His breath crystallized immediately in his beard. That wasn't nature. That wasn't wind. And it damn sure wasn't an animal. His instincts, the ones he tried so hard to bury, snapped back into place. The soldier inside him stood up. He pulled the thermal monocular from his belt and pressed it to his eye. The display cut through the white chaos in a tunnel of green and black vision. Trees, snowdrifts, a hare darting for cover. Nothing unusual. He panned slowly, sweeping the ridge, the riverbed. Then, a flicker, a faint heat signature. Small, irregular, nearly swallowed by the storm. It came from the frozen riverbed,